Hello and welcome to Anatomy of Marriage, Marriage Mornings. I'm your host, Melanie Studley.
Good morning, my name is Seth.
And today is day number 17 of our Infinity Marriage Challenge. And this morning's title is called Be Strong. We're going to talk all about the importance of being strong in your marriage. But before that, welcome. If you're new here, this is not our normal format. This is our daily format. We have other episodes about all sorts of topics that are very much longer and more in depth. But this is our daily morning marriage challenge. But welcome. We love you. Check out our other stuff. And what do we do every single day for our marriage morning?
We start out with a prayer. We share our past gratitude from what our partner did yesterday that we were thankful for. And then also our future hope for today.
Do you want to, oh, sorry.
Spending time with our partner or whatever. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and pray. Thank you, Creator, God, for your blessings. Thank you for the things that we have in our life. Help us to be very aware and cognizant of the things that we may take for granted, that would be super sad if we did not have. Thank you. Let us allow those blessings to influence our life and help us treat other people better and to treat ourselves better even. And thank you. Amen.
Amen. Good prayer. So then you go to past gratitude, and that is, like you said, a thing we're thankful for that happened yesterday. Do you have one that comes to mind right off the bat, or?
Yesterday, I don't know.
Doesn't have to be yesterday, I guess.
I'm just thankful for, again, thankful for opportunities to learn and grow with you every day, even though I don't feel like it all the time. And it's hard, which is, it's appropriate because of the topic of today.
Yeah, so, but you're thankful for that.
Yeah.
I'm thankful just for, I guess I say this all the time, but like the dedication that you have to, like even yesterday we hung up one of the bars in the gym and it didn't go so well and we had to whatever, but you don't ever freak out about stuff. Like you don't scream and yell and pitch a fit, which some people do. So I'm glad and I'm thankful that you can be just calm and like, okay, here's what we do next about stuff. So thank you. Future hope.
Oh, spending family time. Today's the Super Bowl, so just kind of hanging out and sitting, even if our teams aren't in it and football isn't your thing. Still, we can
like watching football.
Watch the
I think it's fun.
And have fun. So.
My future hope is that we make some really astounding nachos with jalapenos on them.
Oh, that's
like hot nachos is what I want.
That's a good idea.
That's my future hope. So this, like we said, this morning our thing is called Be Strong. And I wrote this last night, not knowing that after I wrote it, we would have a rough night-ish, sort of, not really, but kind of. And so it's interesting because that is what we talked about last night, right? About like being strong in how we deal with things.
Right.
And the concept of this came from Joyce Meyer, pretty much. Like she talks about doing things even if you're afraid, do it afraid, right? Like you don't have to let, and she also says you can be one of two things. You can be pitiful or you can be powerful, but you can't be both.
Right.
Right. And that's a really, really encouraging statement if you can wrap your head around it, the sort of in a empowering way, because it is true. Like in our relationship, we have conflict because we are different, but we can be strong about our differences. We don't need to let the differences that we have, whether that's difference of opinion, difference of how we do things, differences of what we want, that doesn't need to dismantle our marriage and make us weak. It can be a thing that we can be strong in and through together and individually.
Yeah, I agree. And from talking last night and then thinking about it individually this morning, I am, and I think people can relate to this, either being one or the other. I am very, very strong independently. I can literally do anything alone. And I do things that scare me, and I intentionally do that. Like last year, I joined Toastmasters for public speaking. I flew to Dubai alone and spoke at a conference. I did stand-up comedy. I did all these things that scare me. I run a 5K every single morning. So physically and individually, mentally, I literally can do anything and have no doubt about that. The thing that I seem to suck at is the emotional piece. I would say relational. Like doing things with you. That is where I literally I was going to say a terrible failure, but it's not. I guess it's not that bad. But I was looking up stuff this morning about a shame cycle, and that is something that is the absolute hardest thing for me. So, I guess it's serendipitous that we're talking about be strong. Like I can kick everybody's butt individually on anything, right? I mean, I'm not saying I literally can't, but if it's physical, I'll do it until I die. If it's individual mental, I'll do it until I die. I'll accomplish a task, right? When it's joining with another person and being strong mentally, it breaks me. And it literally does. I don't know what to do. I get overwhelmed and I disassociate.
Yeah.
Which is a thing that I'm trying to work on, but I need you to understand that piece, right?
Yeah.
And we're working on it. So #real talk.
Well, and I do understand that piece. And the thing that you said last night and this morning that was really impactful was the bringing in the shame, the shame element of it, because this is what I imagined when you just said that. It's like you and I are trying to run a race together. We're both focused in a direction as a family. We want to have joy in our life and live in a happy and healthy home. Excuse me. And then, but the shame of, I did a bad job doing this one relating thing yesterday is like you taking an anchor and tying it to one of your legs. And for the length of time that you let shame be tied to your leg, we are both stalemated, or I'm way ahead of you, right? And it doesn't, and again, it goes back to Joyce.
Or I can leave you behind and run a 1,000,000-mile race alone.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yes. And so it's like what Joyce Meyer talks about, like you can be powerful or pitiful, but you can't be both. You can have shame or you can have strength, but you can't have both. And it's like, and I'm not saying that this is all your fault by a long shot. Like, I hope it doesn't come across that way. But like, it's important. That's the thing that came into my mind. Like shame or fear or guilt or what's another one? Bitterness. All of these things will be like anchors tied to you. That will stop you from moving forward relationally in your marriage and getting what you want. And we can just be strong in them. Hey, Hattie, we're recording. Not right now, sweetheart. Close the door. 1, 2. Thank you. Close the door. And so it's really important to have that sort of mental awareness and power and strength in a loving way. Sorry. That things will sometimes be hard. You will sometimes feel ashamed or guilty or sad or whatever. You can still be strong through those feelings, through those experiences. And even I say this even with my kids, like you will have times where you're in pain, like you break something, you scratch your knee, you cut your hand, whatever, it will hurt. There is no way to not have the pain in that, but you can be strong while it hurts. Right? Like that's something that I've had to learn in all the weird physical problems I've had. It's like, there is nothing will be better if I just sit here in fear and like say, no, don't do the surgery. No, don't do the thing. Right. That's not going to help. So why don't I just be strong? Why don't I just go ahead and do it? Why don't I just like, I've got this if I know what my goal is kind of a thing.
So some helpful tips that if you resonate with me on this, I believe that you have to do a state change or journal it out, get your feelings different. You have to do something different in order to break that shame cycle or whatever. Journaling something physical, something emotional, and just snap that train of thought in half. And even we're doing the podcast right now, I'm thinking this is, I don't know what to do, right? But doing something is usually better than doing nothing. And if you resonate with Melanie, then listen to what she just said. Hopefully that will be helpful. So we're backing up against time right now. If you guys do, No,
we love you. Go to use #MarriageMornings. We're running out of time. Have a wonderful day.
See you
Go
later.
whoever's in the Super Bowl and be like a football team. You see what went wrong, then smack your butts, high five, say we're going to get out there and do it again. And you can do it again. Be strong. All right.
All right.
Have an amazing day. Ow, geez.
Sorry.
Bye.
Bye.